Hey Canucks fans, hope you're well. The Vancouver Canucks wrap up their 5-game road trip tonight with a date with the Nashville Predators, their playoff foe from 2 seasons ago. We know the Canucks have had a good road trip, 3-1. They beat Dallas and Chicago in back-to-back games, and then that Sunday morning game where they lost all their players, but they beat the Washington Capitals, and then that catastrophe on Tuesday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So tonight, a chance to come back at 4-1 or even 3-1-1. That even 3-2. I'm not saying I want them to lose or that I think they're going to lose, but even if they do lose, a 3-2 road trip is still very good. But 4-1 obviously sounds a lot better. We're going to talk about the lineup, and then we're going to talk about Adam Foote's response to the question about Elias Pettersson's 5-on-5 ice time against Pittsburgh. So let's talk about the lineup first. Good news, best news for now. Brock Boeser flew from Vancouver last night in Nashville. Will play tonight, and according to Adam Foote, Boeser will play with DeBrusk and Max Sasson. Yes, not Ratu, but Sasson. So picture a line of Max Sasson between Boeser and DeBrusk. So that's basically Sasson is taking the PD spot from earlier in the season. And then Pettersson is going to play with Garland and Kane. Adam Foote did mention that he liked the chemistry that PD and Garland have together. And you put Evander Kane up there as well for some separation, for some size. And we will see what happens. So there's your top 6. PD between Garland and Kane. Sasson between Boeser and DeBrusk. Obviously, we missed Boeser's scoring touch. Now, with Sasson playing on that line with Boeser and DeBrusk, that means the Abbotsford line will be broken up. The easiest to me is if you simply slide Niels Aman into that role, and then you can have Niels Aman play with Baines and Carlson. So you could go Aman, Baines, and Carlson, whether you call that third or fourth line, probably the fourth line actually. And then that leaves you with Aatu Ratu between Drew O'Connor and Kiefer Sherwood. Ratu played with Sherwood and Kane last game, but Kane gets bumped up. So if you want to keep Ratu and Sherwood together, yeah, you have 2 choices really. You either put them with Drew O'Connor or you put them with Arshdeep Baines. But then that would mean that all 3 of your Abbotsford guys are on separate lines. You have Sasson on the second line, Baines with Ratu, and then that means you'd put Carlson with Oman and Drew O'Connor. I think you're stronger if you go third line of Aatu Ratu between O'Connor and Sherwood on the wings. And then you simply, like I said, slide Niels Aman in for Sasson, and then he can play with Baines and Carlson. That's still like an Abbotsford line because Niels Aman played the majority of last year in Abbotsford as well. So again, top 6 of PD with Kane and Garland, and then you have Max Sasson centering Jake DeBrusk and Brock Boeser. They could use Max Sasson's speed on that line for sure. On D, same guys I think as you saw in Pittsburgh. It'll be Quinn Hughes with Philip Hronik, Marcus Pettersson with Tyler Myers, and then some combination of DPD and Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Unless they get Tom Willander in, but do you play? I'm not convinced with a DPD Willander combo just yet. You could try Willander with Joseph. Joseph gives a bit more veteran presence. DPD's just been okay this year. So you could put Joseph on the left and Willander on the right. However, Adam Foote didn't mention that. So if I had to guess, I'm guessing they're going DPD and Joseph, but I would not be surprised if they give Willander a look tonight. Then in goal, because it was Lankinen on Tuesday and he wasn't great, I'm willing to bet that it's Demko tonight in goal for the Canucks. So there we go. My score prediction, 4-2 Canucks. I know you guys are sick of that, but I'm going to keep doing it until they do it. And I truly think it's a legitimate score prediction because it's either 3-2 an empty netter or it's 4-2 outright. So 4-2 Canucks, and I'm going to keep saying this. I'll change maybe in the home game if it doesn't happen. Evander Kane, he's due, right? He's due. This is game number 7. He's game number 8. Evander Kane with first Canucks goal, 4-2 score for the Vancouver Canucks. For the good guys, give me your score prediction and prediction of first goal scorer down below. And I will spend a few minutes talking about Adam Foote's response to the ice time question. We know that on Tuesday night, Elias Pettersson had the second fewest 5-on-5 minutes, I think, on the entire team. Only ahead of Jake DeBrusk, but behind Joseph Labate. Yes, Joseph Labate played more 5-on-5 minutes than Elias Pettersson did on Tuesday night. However, Joseph Labate did not play 6 to 8 special team minutes like Pettersson did. And that was Adam Foote's main response when queried today. Why did Elias Pettersson have such few minutes when it came to 5-on-5 ice time and the lowest of all 4 centers? And it was funny, as I was watching this, it looked like it could be one of those ones where it was going to get a little testy because Adam Foote then, when posed with that question, he says to the reporter, well, do you know PD's special teams play? And then the reporter said, he just said, no, I don't actually. And then Dan Murphy, I think, felt bad, kind of jumped in and said, well, it was 4 minutes power play and 2 minutes penalty kill, which adds up to 6. And then Adam Foote goes, no, actually it was 8 minutes. And then Murph was smart. He didn't push back, whether it was 6 or 8 minutes. Doesn't matter. The point that Adam Foote made, and he said it very eloquently, and after he finished, he went for about 2.5 minutes on this. And after he finished, the reporter did say, it wasn't one of our guys, I think it was one of the Nashville Predator reporters. He actually said, thank you, I appreciate it. So it was actually a good exchange after all, even though it started a little testy. But Adam Foote basically said this, a few factors. A, PD played a lot of special teams play. Of course he's going to play on the power play, but he's playing on the penalty kill a lot because you have guys like Bluger, Hedel, and other guys that might play on the penalty kill, that they're injured as well. So number one, he's playing more special teams play, so then you don't want to tire him out completely. So you have to bring back his even strength play a little bit, regardless of the score, up 5-1, down 5-1. But that was the second factor. They were down 5-1, so if you don't think you're going to win the game, why tire your number one center out? Especially coming off of 3 games in 3.5 nights where PD played well, and Adam Foote said that game against Sunday, I kind of joked about it at the start of this video, that game on Sunday against the Capitals was rough, it was heavy, and a lot of guys got banged up on that game. Also, he talked about PD drawing the toughest matchups, right? As the number one center, he's going to draw the toughest matchups, especially on the road against the other teams. So he's having to work really hard. Everyone has to work really hard, but he has some difficult shifts for sure. So Adam Foote's main point was this. Yes, maybe we're giving him a minute or so less 5-on-5, but we're giving him 2.5 minutes more on special teams because of the penalty kill, and those are tougher minutes than 5-on-5. Okay, I'll buy that. The other thing is, he said that, yeah, the score effects, they're down 5-1. You don't want to run PD ragged, especially after playing 3 hard games in 3.5 days. I'll buy that too. Everyone had to do that, but PD does have the tougher matchup. So I was actually fine with that response. Some might say that was kind of excuses or whatever, and that's still bad deployment. But when you hear Adam Foote articulate it, and I think he articulated it well, and I think when Adam Foote speaks, I believe him. Like, I think he's genuine. I think he tries his best to really answer the question and to respect the media members. Not that Talkit didn't, but I just find this with Adam Foote that he's very refreshing that way. I'm going to buy him at his word, or take him at his word, buy his word, whatever it is, buy what he's selling, and let's see what happens tonight. If PD looks refreshed and he pops off for a couple goals or a couple points and he looks really good, then I think Adam Foote and the coaching staff were onto something. So there we go. Some comments on Adam Foote's comments about PD's ice time, and then a bit about the lineup. Let me know your score prediction and your game score prediction. No, same thing. So your score prediction and the first Canucks goal scorer. And I have my show, 11 p.m. tonight, post-game live stream. Hope that you join me and we can break down this game. Hopefully a Canucks win. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. Thanks to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Swervin Irvin, and legendary Andrew Chang. And thanks to Hall of Fame franchise members as well. Thanks to all of you for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, subscribing. On your way out, like the video, subscribe, leave a donation if you want to support me. But most importantly, score prediction, first Canucks goal scorer. Enjoy the game. See you tonight at 11 p.m. for my live stream. Stay safe, stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless. And go Canucks go.